You can get any sort of disease, even if he's shooting blanks for real. It doesn't mean he's sterile. It doesn't mean he doesn't have a disease. And if he's sleeping with those many women, he doesn't even know if he's catching something before sleeping with the next person. If all of this that is being said is true, Abba's stupid, those girls stupid, everybody's stupid. Stevie Knight stupid, everybody's stupid. I'm sorry, but there is a moment where I gotta be anti-faceless and start calling people out. Okay, so today is May 18, 2026. I just saw another video from Stevie Knight who's like, man, I'm not here because I dislike ABBA. I am not here because I dislike ABBA, but ABBA crazy. ABBA getting this girl pregnant. There is a third woman. I even thought that I saw a fourth woman. But nevertheless, I am coming because we need to stop the stupidity. I understand that, doing YouTube, you gotta find those crazy stories that makes everybody like, oh, but this is getting real dangerous and stupid. And I'm going to start with the girls. But before I start, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is okay. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share, and tell me what you think in the comment section once you're finished watching the video. Okay, I don't get it. So you got Libby, this chick, showed up. You got this Libby. You got this girl, Libby, showed up being like, oh, exposing ABBA. She does a little video. Obviously, she had told a lot of people that, I'm gonna drop this video. I am sure, right now, I don't have proof, so allegedly, I think she told some of the haters, I'm gonna drop this video right there and then, aka Stevie, react to it. So she drops the video, Stevie reacts to it. We don't know her, so we didn't see the video. But because Stevie did a video on her, all of a sudden, some of us who know Stevie's channel, we got obviously like ABBA, Stevie, blah blah blah, popped up on our feed, and we saw the video. We knew who Libby was, kind of. Then moving forward, you had What's TV Live. Then all of a sudden you had like live from ABBA himself, who was explaining, this is how the situation is. Yes, I was hurt, this and that. I wanted to keep the baby, she didn't want to keep the baby. They all brought their stupid receipts, and we were like, okay. Next thing you know, this girl comes saying again, there is another chick that got pregnant at the same time with her, kind of. Then obviously ABBA and Preach came again. He kind of just explained. He didn't actually stated if it was true that the second chick got pregnant. He just stated that when the relationship with Libby was done. And by the way, Libby is the one who actually dumped ABBA, so he was free to do whatever he pleased. So when he got dumped, he was still seeing people as a young and single person. He went to Switzerland, slept with somebody, Stephanie. All of a sudden, apparently, she also got pregnant. And, now we're hearing that there's a third chick. And by the way, I don't really care about race, but they all look the same. For some reason, they all look the same. There's a third chick that was apparently also pregnant that also got an abortion. So you have 3 kids that didn't make it. That was supposed to be ABBA's kids, who also stated that he thinks that is shooting blanks. In the last case, I want to say that the crazy part, if it is true, of course, if it is, you have this woman saying that, because all of them, the women thought that he was shooting blanks, so they were doing it raw. This is why I'm saying this is crazy, and this is why I want people to really listen. And she was like, okay, who also got an abortion? And they're always sending messages, and all of them for some reason are always being fly out, doing it raw, and recording everything. They record this guy when he's walking, when he's not walking, they record themselves. It is weird. I've never recorded anybody like that. I am now scared. Officially, is that what people do nowadays? They record each other. Anyway, why am I saying that everybody's stupid? Ladies, this is really dangerous. I'm going to call out ABBA and Preach for that, because yes, they talk about a lot of accountability, and I'm not forgetting that he stated this. And if all of this is true, like, I am anti mode today. I am anti-faceless mode today. I don't care if you've been with a man for a year. Nobody's doing you raw without blood test. The third girl stated at some point, I heard on Stevie's video, the third girl said that, oh, he showed you blood result. Do you know him? You go with him, you do your blood test, he does his blood test. You don't know Abba? I don't know Abba. Hell, I wouldn't sleep with him because, I don't sleep with younger people than me. And with everything that we're hearing, I think most people should not be sleeping with him because he sleeps with a lot of people. That is also something else. All of you girls, you're meeting somebody through Instagram. It's not because the guy is famous that all of a sudden you just go and spread them legs and then get your cheeks claps. This is nasty. You can get any sort of disease, even if he's shooting blanks for real. It doesn't mean he's sterile. It doesn't mean he doesn't have a disease. And if he's sleeping with those many women, he doesn't even know if he's catching something before sleeping with the next person. If all of this that is being said is true, you don't just go to somebody's place and it's like he shows you a piece of paper saying, oh, you know what? I'm shooting blanks and these are my blood work, so I don't like using condoms, so we're gonna do it raw. And you guys are like, yeah, whatever, yeah, let's do it. Because now, again, if all of this is true, you as girls are the one who are left with the pregnancy. You are the one who are left with, the trauma of unaliving that kid and having your body going through what it's going through. This is crazy. Crazy. I have never slept with a man raw unless we went. And for me to actually do that, we gotta be years together. Years. There's a lot of culture, or baby mama culture and baby daddy culture, and everybody like a lot of women having like different It's because of stupid nonsense like this. How is it? You are with somebody that you don't really know. You're doing it raw, you're not from the same city, you barely know him, you've known him a month, and just because he's flying you out, you're spreading them legs? Are you stupid? He's crazy. If all of this is true, I'm sorry, but Ab is dangerous when it comes to girls. Because clearly in the midst, and I know a lot of people sleep with a lot of people, I don't like it. I know that maybe he was heartbroken from the Libby girl because apparently he wanted to keep that child. And maybe because he got heartbroken, he went around and did a lot of crazy things. But I mean, you already got one chick pregnant. Why is it that you're still been going raw with other chicks when you know that clearly you can actually get chicks pregnant? That is just nasty though. If it is true, obviously a lot of things is like if all of these stories are true. But girls, we always have the upper hand on those things. He cannot force you, and he shouldn't force you, and you can actually get him to jail if anybody ever force you, you can actually go to the police. I don't want to do it raw. It's a simple sentence. We are all allowed to say it. I really feel like disappointed by a lot of people. I know it's all funny to come and talk about, oh, people got pregnant and this, but this is not a joke. Getting pregnant is not a joke. Unaliving babies, it's not a joke. It is crazy for me to not even understand why you barely know somebody and you decide that, I'm gonna let this guy hit me raw. In this day and age, while being over 30, are you dumb? This is crazy. If people who are 30 are that dumb, I understand why 20-year-old people are just like this these days. Because 20-year-old today, they're just plain stupid. They are stupid plus stupid plus stupid and rude plus stupid. This is really scary. It is really sad though. I don't look up to people on the internet because a lot of people come here and say nonsense and pretend to be the best people ever. You have this chick going crazy right now saying she's a doctor and psychologist and we can't even find her degrees in anything. I watch YouTube as entertaining. If I want to watch something that is serious on YouTube, I do. You have real doctors. Dr. Mike is a real doctor, Dr. Young is a real doctor. Even those people who do like plastic surgery on what that channel is, whatever that channel is. I think they call it like Bosch or something. They're real doctors. Yes, they put it in a bit of funny way, or like they put it in a certain way, like fun and blah blah blah. But they're real doctors, and there are real things serious things that you can watch on YouTube. Absolutely. But when we actually get into this, and you have a lot of younger people, who watch a lot of manosphere things, who believe that hitting and leaving a woman pregnant by herself is funny, and you have one of the people that we consider serious here on YouTube, like Abba and Pritch. We've never actually seen Pritch wife, kid. I don't know if he has a wife and kid because there's a lot of rumors about that, and I don't really care. I like the fact that people try to keep their stuff. But if you're keeping your stuff private and this is what you're doing, knowing that you're still a public personality, like a public person, because at the end of it, Aaron Twitch or Aaron Twitch, they're really known. They're not, and they're differently known on the internet and outside the internet. They're known in Quebec for very, very different things as they're known on internet. If you go to Quebec and you actually people see Preach, if you go to Quebec and you see Preach on the street, he's going to be known by a lot of people. Not for the channel Aban Preach, you know, because he's famous. He's a kind of Trevor Noah in Quebec, not in the francophone world, like not like France and blah blah blah, and you know, in the francophone world. But in Quebec, he's a known dude. He's a celebrity that doesn't have anything to do with Aban Preach, because over there speaks French, Québécois. This is how I call it because it's not French like we speak in Paris or in France, but he speaks French like ça va bien là, tire-toi une bûche, you know, like French from Quebec. They have their own French. I now know it because I also lived there for a minute. It's weird. Well, it is, but it is still French, you know, Céline Dion French. But it is really sad. You know, contraceptive is abortion, and then you seem to be doing that a lot. I mean, if you just got a girl pregnant, for God's sakes, Abba, and I really love Abba and Twitch. I'm not stopping watching Abba and Twitch. But I'm gonna say this. If this is what you're doing, make people sign NDAs. Because this is not, to me, if you're on the internet and you're showing your face and stuff, automatically you're a role model. This is why I don't swear on my channel. This is why I don't do certain, even if I feel a certain opinion about certain things, I don't really say them if I think it's really edgy, because to me, at the end of the day, people are listening. And I don't want to put something out there that is going to, you know, push somebody to be crazy and go and do something like out there that is really nuts. When people see the manosphere or guys doing like using certain words, acting a certain way and being like acting a certain way and going out there and getting people pregnant and no accountability behind us, this is crazy. I thought that Libby was nuts. But if you're really going out there, if you're really out there getting a lot of chick pregnant, yeah, she might just be heartbroken and crazy, but this is not a good look at all. Call them, fix it out, leave us out of the chat room, because this is not pretty. We know, Stevie, that you're still, you know, you're still trying to get some clout out of this. We know that you don't like Abba because, you know, he ripped you over. But we know you don't like Abba for all these reasons, but at the end of it all, this is so dumb. This is so unnecessary for everybody. Leave us out of the chat room, because you guys are dumb and somebody's really going to get disease at this stage. This is not pretty. Abba still has like a very respectful mom out there. So Abba, for the sake of your mom, stop doing the nonsense. And ladies, if it's not covered up, if it's not protected, if you're not protected, please don't do it. This is crazy. You girls really think that today, because somebody has a kid with you, you're gonna be set for life? In this economy? Girl, please. Like, really, that's not it. That's not it, because you will have the kid, alright, but you're not married to this person. There is no proof that it's going to take care of you or the kid, and you're going to suffer at the end of it all, because even if you get somebody's kid and they gotta give you money, guess what? I don't think your life is still gonna be that great. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comment section. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share, and keep yourself covered going out there. Faceless out. Ciao, ciao, ciao.